We all like a bargain. Who doesn't like to save money and buy something good with a very low price tag? Unfortunately, when it comes to photography equipment, lenses in particular, it's not that easy. There are a lot of cheap lenses out there, but often they are just disappointing and not exactly worth buying. There are of course exceptions, and this could be it. TTArtisans are known for doing good quality manual lenses and now cheap and very affordable autofocusing ones too. This very small and very cheap autofocusing 27mm f2.8 lens gives us something that could be a cool and very accessible tool to expand our kit with. Even though this lens is cheap, is it worth buying? Is it actually usable? Keep watching to the end to find out. When I say cheap, it is as cheap as a lens can be. It retails for about $160 or £170 here in UK. Very affordable and certainly could be a spur of the moment purchase. This is APS-C lens and is available in Sony-E, Nikon Z and Fuji-X mounts. I'm testing the Fuji version as I thought the size of it is absolutely perfect for my little Fuji XS20. It comes in black, this metal grey I have here, and also swanky yellow and red versions. Firstly, before you start typing your comments telling me that this lens is no good, this lens is seriously low quality everything, low quality optics, low quality build, and it shows, but I think it is really fun to shoot with, and its shortcomings are also its strengths. It is very rare for lenses to be so bad that they are simply not usable. This is very usable, but it has got few little issues. It is autofocusing lens and the autofocus works okay. There's no surprise that it is not groundbreaking and it does struggle with fast moving objects or in low light. For this price, that's okay. In general, real world situations, it works. The sharpness, however, is not 100%. Not bad though. The images shot when it have that vintage look, film look to them. The slight softness is totally acceptable most of the time and only really visible when looking at the photos magnified to 100% or bigger. Lens flaring is truly out of control. Shooting towards the sun, it looks like the construction of the lens is not tight and there's some light leaking occurring on top of already wild flaring and ghosting. All sounds really bad, but in reality this adds the vintage vibe and something unusual to the photos or video shot with it. It's not a lens to shoot on a high-end commercial shoot with. If it is taken for what it is, a fun lens, this light leaking is actually cool and could add something unusual to your images. There's also strange glow from any light sources, unusual for sure. Color and contrast are okay. Generally speaking, it is okay, not perfect, but most of premium lenses are very clinical. Results this lens delivers are far from being clinical, and all the imperfections give it more character associated with old manual vintage lenses than modern autofocusing ones. The thing is that this is an autofocusing lens and it does not cost a lot. Video filming with this lens, I'm really surprised at the price, the build quality, all is telling me that it really shouldn't work, but it does. Maybe not some award-winning performance, but really okay for capturing small moments, B-roll, or even filming yourself with. There's a lot of focus breathing and some clicking noises when the lens is autofocusing, but the footage looks good. Built small, good-looking lens, especially on small APS-C cameras. The construction is all plastic, very light, weighing only around 100 grams. No switches on the lens, manual focus ring is nicely firm with small amount of plastic on plastic rubbing internally. Manual aperture ring with the clicks in A auto mode, it can be controlled by the camera. Tiny front glass element and small filter thread of 39mm. It comes with this tiny screw-on lens hood which acts more as a front glass element protector than actual lens hood. What is really neat here, and something that major brands should be taking the note of, is the rear lens cap. A lot of brands put a USB-C socket on the lenses, socket for installing the firmware updates through. That unnecessarily makes lenses bigger, and it is possibly a weak point too. TTArtisans made the rear lens cap a dock. The lens connects to it electronically via these contacts, and you can connect the lens cap to the computer via USB-C to install the updates to the lens directly. Very, very smart. And as expected, it's not weather sealed construction. Conclusion: small, light, autofocusing lens that is ideal for smaller APS-C cameras like Sony A6000 series, Nikon Z50, Z30, ZF-C, or any Fuji-X mount cameras, especially cool on XS20. Cheap too. It's a lens for someone who has already a kit lens and would like to have a prime, basic prime, without spending a fortune on it. This is good for travel, street photography, and every type of photography where the optical quality is secondary to the ability to capture the moments with it and the enjoyment of taking the photos. The lens is not amazing, but I do like it. The imperfections make images captured more interesting. They have a little bit of vintage vibe I keep talking about, and the lens have plenty of character. The lens is cheap, and that is its biggest attribute. It's a spur of the moment buy and a lens to add to whatever other proper lens you already have. Maybe not the best choice as one lens for everything, but certainly okay to enjoy the photography process and to have fun with it. For that, I like it.